Hi, my name is Caleb Clark. I'm the owner and founder of Big Sally's Diary. We make log books for people's passions. Currently, we have 2 editions out. We had started with our cigar edition, so people can track different cigars they smoke, flavor profiles, all that. And then we came out with our Firearm edition, and that is what we are going to be talking about today. I thought it's high time to make this video to show y'all what we're offering and what's inside of our books. So this is our Firearm edition. This is the one that we're going to be talking about today. All of our books are made in America using 100% American materials. Our covers are hard case, meaning that they're going to be more durable. They're not flimsy paperbacks that will rip and tear over time. This should last you a little longer, a lot longer. When we had this printed, we got the printer to come out with what they call a scuff-proof cover. Meaning that you can take it, throw it on the table, drop it, and it will resist scuffing. Now you can't obviously take it and throw it off a roof or nothing, or drop it out of your vehicle. But with a little taking care of it, it should last you a long time. So we're going to go start with the inside. All of our paper is a thicker, I chose to use a thicker paper on these. Kind of help with tearing and bleed through when you fill it out. Our first page that you're going to get to is our to and from page. This is where you can put, if you're giving this to somebody on Christmas or a birthday or something, they make great gifts. You can put to whoever you're giving it to, from you, and then the date, and then there's a message spot down here where you can put a nice message if you want. On the bottom, we have a if found, please contact. You can put your name and your phone number if you choose so. So in case you lose it, somebody can get in contact with you if they found it. Next up is our table of contents. This is just basically like any book. It just shows you what thing is where on what page. You got your mission statement, log example, logs, definitions, other definitions, contacts, and notes. This is our mission statement. I don't know if you can have the time to read it, but if you want to read it, you can purchase one of these and you can read it at your own leisure, at your house. Basically, it just goes through why we created this book and ways to help. Here we go. Now we're in the meat. So these are the log pages. This is an example page. This basically just shows you how to fill the rest of the logs out. I chose my Ruger LCP 380 to put on here because that's what I had. Yeah, I really like that firearm. So basically, we go down through, we try to go as in depth as possible with this. So you got your make, your model, your caliber, your capacity of your clip, firearm dimensions going from weight, width, length, height, barrel length, grip, safety, trigger weight, action, sights, and serial number. What you want to make sure that you fill out is always put that serial number, because that's going to save you a headache in the long run. Now, a lot of books that I've seen, they did not include this, which I think was a very big mistake. We have a purchase from who you purchase it from. Our example is Bob at Bob's Gun Shop. You have your purchase date, and then you have two boxes you can check. One's whether you purchased it new or you purchased it used. And you just check which box applies to that firearm. You have your price, how much you bought it for, or the value you give that firearm. Next one is sold to. If you sell it, you can put the sold to, sold date, and the price you sold that firearm at. On the bottom, we have a notes section right here. You can, if there's anything that's not up here that you feel pertinent to put on, you can put it right here. Each log has one of these. So this is just the example one, but these are the ones that you fill out. There are 90 of these. That means there are 90 logs, blank logs, that you can fill out for each firearm or weapon that you have. I'm sure you can make it work for a bow or crossbow or whatever else you have, but they're mainly designed for firearms. So there's 90 of them. Believe it or not, the guy that we are currently selling with Jamie at the gun site out in Blackstone, Virginia, he had a guy come in and purchase 3 of these. So I can't imagine he's the only one that has that type of arsenal around. And if you have that, this is a must to keep all your stuff safe and secure, because you're not going to be able, that's a lot to try to keep track of or handle. So you put it all in here, you don't have to worry. On the back side, we have a definition section, basically just giving some definitions on how to fill out, or meanings on how to fill out the log pages. I know a lot of y'all won't need it because y'all already know pretty much everything, but this is more for the new guy that's getting into his firearm collection or whatever, something that they can go off of. You have a blank definition. You can put other definitions on it. Over here, you have a contact page. You can put gun shops that you shop at or whoever, name, address, phone numbers. And then on the back, you have a notes section if you want to write down any notes. The biggest reason y'all should get this is security. I've heard horror stories of people's houses getting broke into and all their valuable stuff, including their guns, being taken. Now, when that happens and you call the police and they show up and an investigator shows up, or if that officer's doing it at that time, they're going to ask you what was taken out of the house. And if you have, like many of us do, your dad's or your granddad's gun, like my dad gave me a 1972 Winchester 30-30. those are irreplaceable. So it has a lot of history behind it, a lot of memories behind it. And when an investor comes in and all he has to go off of is, well, it was a 30-30 Winchester, had an oak stock, and that's about all I can give you, they don't have very much to work off of. Unless you have that serial number written down for safekeeping in a place to hand them, it's going to be very, very, very hard to get that firearm back. When they go into these crime houses and find all these stolen weapons, they get put into a database, serial number, and they look up to see if anybody's reported it stolen. Well, if they don't have anything reported as stolen as far as identification and serial number or just a brief description of it, you're pretty much not going to ever get that thing back. So that is a big reason that we made these, is to add extra security on that aspect. All you gotta do, they come in, you say, hey, sir, all my firearms that were taken are in this book. Here's the description, here's the serial numbers, all of that. Hopefully you should get your weapons back. Let's see, I know a lot of people have said, oh, well, why have a book when you can put it on Excel sheet or a computer or write it down in a notepad? One of the big things that we want with this, when you purchase this, we want you to have pride in ownership. This is something that you can hand down to your children, your grandchildren, and they can live through your history through this book. You can put all that stuff in a computer, but if a guy comes in and breaks in, he's taking valuable stuff, it's going to be jewelry, firearms, and the old laptop. That's going too. So there goes all of that. This, it's small enough to where you can hide it pretty well, either in a drawer or I think even a lot of, depending on which size safety deposit box you have at the bank, you can put it in one of those and keep it safe too. So if you are looking to purchase or to purchase for somebody else, it's simple. You just go down to www.BigSally'sDiary.com. When the home page pulls up, there will be a purchase button down below. You click on Purchase Now, and it'll bring you to a form that you're going to fill out with all your mailing address and this and that. There's going to be a section at the bottom where there's going to be two editions, or a cigar edition or a firearm edition. If you're just purchasing one of these editions, make sure that you click the edition that you're purchasing and how many books you are purchasing as well. After that, go down, you hit submit. It will generate an email that directly gets sent to me. I will send you an invoice, email an invoice back to you. It's through Intuit. You pay the invoice and your book will be shipped out. Make sure when you fill these out, make sure you include the correct email so we can make sure that we get everything to where it needs to go. We are also on Facebook and Instagram if you want to follow us there. We do a video series called The Sunday Walk. Basically, it's just me updating y'all on the company and where we're at. This past summer, we've been sponsoring a race car, number 70, a local short track guy named Landon Abbott, who has done very, very well this year. He's won about 4 races. We do updates on him and talk about just little random things here and there. So go check all that out. We look forward to your business and we appreciate it. God bless. Keep up the fight for the Second Amendment right. And we'll see y'all later.